Hello everybody, this is Albert with Green Tea House. I hope you're doing well today. Today we're going to talk about what exactly is Hong Kong milk tea. Now before we begin, if you haven't done so already, please visit us here at the Tea House in New Braunfels, Texas and Green, Texas. Subscribe and hit the notification bell if you haven't done so already so these episodes come fresh to you, and post a comment. So we have some episodes here kind of defining what teas are. Like what is Turkish tea, what is Russian tea, and other kind of derivations of or derivatives of well-known categories of tea. And so Hong Kong milk tea would be one of those. So Hong Kong milk tea, as the name would suggest, is a tea that's popular in Hong Kong. And I guess the best way to look at it is it's a milk black tea that is kind of like a Hong Kong alternative to afternoon tea, the classic English afternoon tea, which you typically drink with milk and sugar. With Hong Kong milk tea, it is different though, because they'll use this, and I'll get a little video here. Well, if you go to like a stall or whatnot in Hong Kong, and you can find Hong Kong milk tea online, you can find it in different places, but it's the home of it is definitely Hong Kong, where they'll use these silk stockings. So sometimes you'll see it called silk stocking tea. And so they'll get these silk stockings and they'll put the leaves in there. We'll talk about what kind of leaves it is, but they put the leaves in the silk stocking, and then they'll just pour in hot water, and it's going to go through the silk stocking, and then they grab the brew that comes out of that and then pour it back in and then do the same thing, and they'll do it at least 4 times. That's the classic number. And so what this does is it eliminates the astringency of the black tea, because after they do it 4 times, then they're going to kind of keep it brewing in a kettle about 200 degrees for a long time until somebody is wanting to buy that. And so doing that, the art of going back and forth is meant to eliminate some bitterness that you might find had you not done that. And then what they end up doing afterwards is when you order it, and again, this is more of like historically Hong Kong milk tea is one of those, kind of like county fair kind of drinks. They're street vendor kind of drinks. They're normally pretty inexpensive. Now they're trying to hoity-toity them up, but as a whole, they're like a street vendor drink. Then what they'll do is they'll put in evaporated milk, which is going to be thicker than condensed milk, and then you sweeten it the way you want to sweeten it. Now the more modern iterations of Hong Kong milk tea are going to be using condensed milk, which already has sweetener in it, and then you can sweeten it even more. So when you do the tea, it's really good. It's just an iced black tea with milk, and it's kind of like if you've ever had Thai iced tea, because Thai iced tea, if you go to a Thai restaurant and order Thai iced tea, they use a black tea. Now we'll talk about which tea they use in the Hong Kong milk in a second, but they'll use a black tea, a kind of a Thai chai version, similar to the one that we sell here, the turmeric Thai chai. And then they put in condensed milk and they put in sugar. So it's going to be very similar to that. If you have to imagine something, what it would taste like, it kind of tastes like the Thai iced tea. Now in terms of the tea that they use a black tea, and they historically will use a Ceylon black tea, because Ceylon black teas tend to be very, very brisk. The cold brew black tea that we sell here is a Ceylon silver striped. So they're just known to be kind of just very, very kind of floral, citrusy, and just have a nice, great kick to it. And then sometimes they'll put in a little orange pico and some other ones, but normally it's known to be a Ceylon. And the ratio is normally 70% tea, 30% milk. And so that's what it is. So it's a great, milky, cold, refreshing black tea that uses milk, and it's just known to have the little silk stocking and whatnot. So if you ever go to Hong Kong or any place that might offer it, definitely try it out, because it is a pretty famous creamy tea over in the Orient. So give it a shot, whether you're in the Orient or you're in London or LA or any place that might have the Hong Kong milk tea. Guys, post in the comments, have you ever had this? I'd love to hear from you. Until next time, take care. God bless.